Yeah, it's like on the normal roads. You have some idiots driving around, and it seems that there's also one driving here.
Those hipsters, I want dance. I said don't stop, don't stop, don't stop talking to me. Don't stop giving me things.
Hello and welcome to the penultimate round of the Cucumber Challenge, guys. This is the championship where we drive as Narain Karthikeyan trying to win the World Drivers title. Now in America, I don't think there's a chance of rain at all, so it's hopefully going to be a good weekend in that standpoint. So we're looking at a full weekend of dry weather, and this track really does suit the HRT. A lot of slow corners, testing mechanical grip. So hopefully we can get a good result. I think we're about 40 odd points behind in the championship, so if we can get a good win here, then maybe we could mount a challenge for the remaining race of the season in Brazil. So let's see how we go out in qualifying. We'll just go out on track now. So this is Q2. I managed to get out of Q1 fairly nicely, but this is my first lap on options in qualifying at all. I managed to get out in Q1 on the prime tyres fairly nicely, which was pretty surprising. This HRT is showing quite a bit of speed in the back end of this championship. I believe it's just down to the R&D upgrades. They seem to be fairly solid, and we seem to be making fairly good inroads on the other teams at the top of the championship. So coming around the final corner now, coming through the final corner, and looks like we should be able to make it out of Q2. Sorry. So we'll see how we go on the run up to the line. Put it down into Lean. Don't need the engine anymore, and we go first with a 140.6. So fairly good pace at this stage, only just ahead of Sebastian Vettel. So we'll skip to the end of the session, and that should be enough to get us through, and it does. But Sebastian Vettel managed to pip us in the end, but that's okay. We've still got a little bit more in the tank for the remaining qualifying session of this day. So here we go, last lap of Q3, and let's see how we are on the sector split. We're 5th at the moment. We are 7 tenths down on first place, which is not what we want to be. I thought we probably could have been a lot faster judging by our Q2 pace, but it probably isn't the best lap, to be honest, so we're going to have to settle for around maybe 3rd, 4th or something like that, depending on how it goes. We just need to finish off the lap well and see how this turns out. Now coming through the penultimate corner, very easy to run wide and get a track extension warning, but we managed to avoid it there. Coming through the final corner, get a good exit, and it can really propel you towards the line. So let's see how we go on the run up to the line. Hopefully we can maybe get 3rd or 4th. Let's see where we end up. 4th place, so it's not too bad. We're a couple tenths up on our Q2 time, but the pace in Q3 was just outstanding. So unfortunately we aren't going to get any higher than 4th. So here we go, the start of the Grand Prix. Waiting for the 5 red lights to go out, and away we go. Straight up in the fast. Let's hopefully get a good start. We've got Hamilton up in the lead. He's our main championship rival. I think he's leading the championship, so we'll need to get past him ASAP. We stick to a more traditional line, and everyone runs wide. We've got Schumacher right in front of us. We're going to pressure him. Maybe, he's leaving us a bit of space there, and we get through for first place. That's crazy. 4th to 1st in one corner. I didn't think I'd get off to that good of a start, but now I just need a hold position, and hopefully we can pull away and see how this goes. But I'm not too sure how the HRT will be in race pace. I've got longer gears in this race compared to other races, so we'll see how we go. Just need to put a few good laps together. And here we go on lap 6. I managed to maintain the lead. I wasn't really challenged at all, so that's why you didn't see any footage after the first lap. But now we're coming in for our pit stop, putting on the prime tyres. It is a scheduled lap for our pit stop, so it's time to pit. Hopefully we get a good pit stop, as we've got Michael Schumacher right behind us. So let's see how the pit stop goes. 4 seconds, that's pretty average, but it looks like we've still maintained the effective lead. So now, coming out of the pits, we've got cold prime tyres. We'll just need to make sure that we get our tyres up to temperature, make sure we don't lose too much time on this out lap, as a few other cars did stay out. So it's key to this race that we get a good out lap, and coming out to the end of this lap, got a few cars coming out of the pits, and it looks like we're going to jump them all. We've got Webber coming out in 2nd place with Rosberg in 3rd. I'm not too sure what happened to Schumacher, as he came out right behind me in the pits, but it looks like he's dropped back to even behind those guys. So Schumacher not having a good day, and even Maldonado in 3rd, but now it looks like Massa and Perez have jumped up into the podium positions. So the AI are swapping positions like crazy back there, and it looks like that this race is pretty much wrapped up. They just didn't seem to have the kind of pace that I did in the race, surprisingly, because all season we've been struggling with race pace and just keeping up with the AI. But it was good to actually maintain the lead and actually stretch it out at some point. So very entertaining race for myself, but probably not for you guys. It wasn't the most exciting race, but we come around the final corner with the wheel, and we've won this race quite comprehensively, and a great race for the championship.
That's first place, P1. What a race, what a day. Congratulations.
Not only did we get the race win, but our championship rivals are nowhere to be seen. Our nearest one was Sebastian Vettel in 8th place, Mark Webber, Lewis Hamilton, and Jenson Button not scoring any points. So, thank you, engineer. That is quite substantial for this championship. We're only 16 points behind the lead, and Jenson Button and Vettel are only a few points ahead of me, so we might even get second. We're probably an outside chance for the lead or winning the championship. So coming into the final race at Brazil, it's going to be pretty exciting. And the constructors, HRT, are in 4th, and I don't think they're going to change any positions there. So yeah, it shapes up to be an exciting final race of the championship in Brazil. Championship could be anyone's. It could go to any 4 of those drivers in the top 4, so very much looking forward to it. It should be out in a day or two, so until the final race in Brazil, I'll see you guys next time.